Let's talk about these three big pieces of news. Snap is cutting 20% of its workforce. Goldman told employees to get back to the office 5 days a week or they can find a new job. We've also got massive tech layoffs in China. One way to interpret all of these news events is that the era of the Great Resignation, where employees have all the power, is coming to an end. We're going to hear CEOs going on TV networks and doing interviews saying that this is the case. As I discussed in a previous video, you don't need to freak out about that messaging. Of course, the CEOs are going to be like, wow, this is really bad news for employees, because they want their employees back at the office and not applying to other jobs to get paid more. My take on all of this is that it's going to be very industry specific. I think if you work in tech, banking, or honestly media, you're going to get this vibe from the higher ups that there's nowhere else for you to go and you better start coming into the office more, because if you don't, you're potentially going to get laid off. But even in these industries, I don't know that it's necessarily true. The last thing I want to do is tell someone that they're not at risk for getting laid off in this environment, but I do think that these CEOs are going to be overhyping the idea of potential layoffs just to keep you from applying to different jobs. In all likelihood, if you are a successful person working in tech and you get laid off from a company like Snap, the labor market is still strong enough for you to get snatched up somewhere else, probably with the ability to make more money and name your terms for working from home. This isn't what the CEOs are saying, but every economist I've spoken with has said that this is the case. They say companies are still licking their wounds from the depths of the Great Resignation, meaning they're still short on staff, and they're gonna poach talent when they get an opportunity to do so. So don't let your CEO trick you into being afraid of layoffs.